Hey, welcome. So before I show you my cooking stove in action, I just wanted to show you the type of fuel that I used. So on the left over here we can see some generic firewood, and this would be chopped from logs and such. Then we've some dried bark and some twigs, and lastly a couple of pine cones. And I plan on using the pine cones as kind of a fire starter. I'm hoping they'll catch and then they'll light the twigs and the bark, and then the actual pieces of firewood will be the main fuel source for the cooker. Okay, so I'm going to take a short little video putting the fuel into. We've got some cardboard down as a little base layer. Thank you, Anita, for your guidance. Shove that in there. Okay. Next, we have some little twigs that I'm going to put in all over the place. Kind of just shoving everything in.
Bear Grylls
until it lights. I could be Bear Grylls. No, I couldn't. Except Bear Grylls. The wood's a bit green, does that matter?
It'll just smoke more.
Okay. I'll try to use a pine cone as a fire lighter. If it fits. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Great. Okay, we're gonna get some snow to fill up with water. So straight away with the last setup, I noticed a couple of problems. There wasn't enough air, so we moved it onto this kind of outdoor cooking area. And then we switched the saucepan as well, so it was smaller, and used our own water from the tap because the snow was too cold, and it was greatly increasing the time it took to heat the water up. You may also see me cheating slightly here. We bought a packet of fire lighters because it was quite windy, so that's what I'm lighting there. And then I have the pine cone on top of that, so the pine cone hopefully catches. And as you can see, it caught pretty quick. There's a good bit of smoke because of the live twigs. They were quite green still. So the second field test is going much better than the first. If anything, there's probably too much fire now. Some flaws worth noting out: the hole at the front is a little bit small, so maybe it could have been bigger to allow more firewood to get in. And secondly, there's actually so much wood in there I can't lower it into its second position over here. And if it was on that position, this water would be heating up a lot faster. So that's another flaw as well, to make sure to use smaller pieces of wood so that you can still use the functionality of the product. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. I'm liking it. The water is getting pretty hot now. It feels like I think it should start boiling soon. So you can just see there in the pot, the bubbles starting to form. It didn't actually boil, but it was definitely hot enough to make tea with, so that's what I did. So when the water was hot enough, I transferred it into this thermos that I have and added a tea bag, and it worked great. The water was definitely hot enough, maybe even too hot to drink straight away. So I let it cool down a bit first, but I'm really happy with how it worked out, and the fuel worked pretty well. Maybe with more time, and if it wasn't as cold outside, it would have brought the water to the boil, but I'm pretty happy with what I achieved.